Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Thursday. We've got 10 matchups on this MLB slate today, so be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my betting links in the description below to get in on the action. Go ahead, turn on those notification bells. Yeah, we'll hop in it. Decent slate today, starting with the Chicago Cubs versus the Washington Nationals. Cubs opening up as road favorites at minus 200. Washington plus 175 with the over-under at 9. Cubs coming into this matchup 15-14. The Nationals 11-18. Pitching for the Cubs is Jameson Taillon with an ERA of 3.86. Pitching for the Nationals is Patrick Corbin with an ERA of 5.74. Taillon, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Corbin, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 2 strikeouts. At Washington, they've actually, looked pretty decent in this series so far. Cubs have kind of been a letdown as of late. Haven't been playing well. And, really not in love with paying minus 200 on this Cubs team. That's kind of been struggling a bit here. And I think I'll take a shot with the Nationals plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the New York Mets versus the Detroit Tigers. Mets opening up as road favorites at minus 175. Detroit plus 150 with the over-under at 8. Mets coming into this matchup 16-15. Detroit 12-17. Pitching for the Mets is Justin Verlander with an ERA of 0. Pitching for the Tigers is Eduardo Rodriguez with an ERA of 2.21. It looks like Verlander's getting his first start of the season, which is good for the Mets. Rodriguez, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 0 strikeouts. Rodriguez has been very good on the mounds, only given up 1 run in his last 3 starts here. And yeah, we saw Detroit win the doubleheader yesterday against the Mets, 8-1 and then 6-5. Mets 2-8 in their last 10. They have not looked good, even with Scherzer's debut. He gave up 6 runs. He did not play good at all yesterday. Mets 1-5 on the road against Detroit. Yeah, Mets are in a bad place right now, and I don't want to pay that big of a price for a team that's struggling that bad. I'll take Detroit plus 1.5 at home. Next matchup, we got the Pittsburgh Pirates versus the Tampa Bay Rays. Rays opening up as home favorites at minus 185. The Pirates plus 165 with the over-under at 8.5. Pirates coming into this matchup 20-10. The Rays 24-6. Pitching for the Pirates is Vince Velasquez with an ERA of 3.06. Pitching for the Rays is Zach Eflin with an ERA of 3.0. Velasquez, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Eflin, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Tampa Bay back-to-back wins against Pittsburgh, 8-1 and 4-1. They've looked dominant in this series so far. Hit 0-6 on the road against Tampa Bay. And they haven't been able to beat Tampa Bay on the road. And Tampa 16-2 at home. They've been unbelievable at home this season. And I think I'm going to lean with the Rays at home in this one. Next matchup, we got the Los Angeles Angels versus the St. Louis Cardinals. Cardinals opening up as home favorites at minus 140. Angels plus 120 with the over-under at 8.5. Angels coming into this matchup 16-14. The Cardinals 10-20. Pitching for the Angels is Griffin Canning with an ERA of 4.11. Pitching for the Cardinals is Jack Flaherty with an ERA of 3.94. Canning, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Flaherty, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 7 strikeouts. LA, I mean, they played good against St. Louis, and St. Louis, they've really been struggling here. Flaherty hasn't been good on the mound, and Cardinals just have not played good here. And also, I'm going to take a shot with the underdog, and we'll take the Angels plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Baltimore Orioles versus the Kansas City Royals. Baltimore opening up as road favorites at -170. Kansas City +150 with the over-under at 9.5. Orioles coming into this matchup 20-10. Kansas City 8-23. Pitching for the Orioles is Grayson Rodriguez with an ERA of 4.07. Pitching for the Royals is Jordan Lyles with an ERA of 5.60. Rodriguez, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 9 strikeouts. Lyles, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 7 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Baltimore losing 6-0 yesterday against Kansas City. That was a bad loss for Baltimore, but Royals really haven't won consecutive games like all year. And Baltimore 7-2 on the road. I think Baltimore bounces back, and I'll take a shot with the Orioles on the road here. Next matchup, we got the Minnesota Twins versus the Chicago White Sox. Twins opening up as road favorites at -130. The White Sox +120 with the over-under at 8. Twins coming into this matchup 17-14. The White Sox 10-21. Pitching for the Twins is Pablo Lopez with an ERA of 4.0. Pitching for the White Sox is Lucas Giolito with an ERA of 4.15. Lopez, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Giolito, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Twins back-to-back losses against the White Sox. White Sox on a little 3-game winning streak here. Not sure what to make of that, to be honest. Minnesota 1-6 on the road, 1-4 on the road against the White Sox. They really struggled against the White Sox for whatever reason that is. Lopez hasn't been good on the mound for the Twins. He's given up a lot of runs here. I mean, his last 2 games, he's given up 11 runs. And, yeah, I think I'll take a shot with the White Sox +1.5 at home here. Next matchup, we got the Milwaukee Brewers versus the Colorado Rockies. Brewers opening up as road favorites at -145. Colorado +125 with the over-under at 12. Brewers coming into this matchup 18-12. The Rockies 11-20. Pitching for the Brewers is Wade Miley with an ERA of 1.86. Pitching for the Rockies is Connor Siebold with an ERA of 5.27. Miley, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 2 strikeouts. Siebold looks like I don't see any info on Siebold with his ERA. Milwaukee 3-game losing streak, back-to-back losses against Colorado, losing 7-1 yesterday. Definitely a bad look for the Brewers right there. Rockies on a little 3-game little winning streak right there. The Brewers 1-4 on the road against Colorado, 1-5 against Colorado. Yeah, they really struggled against the Rockies here, and I like Brewers to bounce back. I like Wade Miley on the mound here, yeah, I'm gonna roll with the Brewers on the road here, coming off a bounce back loss. Next matchup, we got the Seattle Mariners versus the Oakland Athletics. Seattle opening up as road favorites at -245. Oakland +200 with the over-under at 8.5. Mariners coming into this matchup 13-16. Oakland 6-24. Pitching for the Mariners is George Kirby with an ERA of 2.93. Pitching for Oakland is Drew Rukinski with an ERA of 4.76. Kirby, his last start, he pitched 8 innings, gave up 1 run, had 7 strikeouts. Rukinski, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 1 strikeout. Seattle on a 2-game winning streak, beating Oakland in their last game. Oakland just a tough team to bet on, and only 6 wins this season, and going to be very hard to trust them. And pretty much fade in Oakland has been a pretty good strategy this season, and going to stick with that still, and I'm going to take the Mariners on the road. Next matchup, we got the Atlanta Braves versus the Miami Marlins. Both teams In a pick'em scenario at -110 with the over-under at 8.5. Braves coming into this matchup 20-10. The Marlins 16-14. Pitching for the Braves is Dylan Dodd with an ERA of 7.71. Pitching for the Marlins is Jesus Luzardo with an ERA of 3.48. Dodd, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 7 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Luzardo, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 6 runs. Pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 8 strikeouts. Yeah, we got Atlanta dealing with a little bit of injuries here. Miami. Yeah, Miami had that 6-0 loss against Atlanta, which is, man, it just makes it hard to bet against a team when they, can't score against a team. It's definitely tough. In a pick'em scenario, I know Dodd hasn't been the best on the mound. I mean, he's coming off a 7-run game. Only gave up 1 run the game before, which I don't hate here. Braves are 12-3 on the road against Miami. Very good road team here. And in a pick'em scenario, we'll take the better team and better road team. And I'm going to take a shot with the Braves on the road. Then the last matchup, we got the Toronto Blue Jays versus the Boston Red Sox. Toronto opening up as road favorites at -175. Boston +145 with the over-under at 8.5. Blue Jays coming into this matchup 18-13. Boston 18-14. Pitching for Toronto is Kevin Gausman with an ERA of 2.33. Pitching for Boston is Brayan Bello with an ERA of 6.57. Gausman, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 13 strikeouts. He's coming off back-to-back 0-run games. Bello, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 6 strikeouts. Toronto on a little 4-game losing streak, back-to-back losses, actually 3 straight losses against Boston. Boston quietly on a 5-game winning streak here. I like Gausman on the mound here. I think Blue Jays end this little win streak that Boston's on. And I like the bounce back for Toronto. They got to get a win in the series. They can't get shut out. And I'm going to take Toronto on the road in this one. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Thursday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Friday. Have a good one.